You park your car on a Tuesday morning, walk past an empty construction site on your way to work, just a flat concrete slab surrounded by orange barriers. Nothing unusual. Construction sites are everywhere. You grab coffee, sit through meetings, answer emails. The day passes like any other. That evening, you drive home the same route. You slow down near the construction site because something feels wrong. Where there was emptiness this morning, there's now a 10-story apartment building. Windows installed, balconies attached, lights glowing inside. You pull over, get out of your car, stare upward. This isn't a shell. This isn't a frame. This is a completed building where people could move in tomorrow. You check your phone. It's still Tuesday. Same day. Less than 12 hours have passed. This shouldn't be possible. This violates every law of construction you've ever heard of. But it's standing there. Real, physical, impossible. The shock reveal. The building was assembled in 28 hours and 45 minutes. Not a shed, not a temporary structure. A 10-story apartment building with plumbing, electricity, and finished interiors. This happened in Changsha, China. The company behind it, Broad Group. This wasn't a stunt. People live here. The video went viral. Western engineers laughed first, calling it fake. Then, they stopped laughing. Because it's real. Why this shouldn't be possible. A typical 10-story building in the West takes 12 to 18 months to complete. Permits, delays, weather, labor shortages, material delivery, inspections. Concrete needs 28 days to cure properly. Structural settling takes months. Quality control requires constant oversight. You can't rush physics. You can't compress time. That's what every construction professional has believed for decades. Yet here's footage of a completed residential building erected in less time than it takes to binge-watch a TV series. Your instinct tells you this must be unsafe, that it will collapse, that corners were cut. But the building is still standing, and it passed seismic tests showing it's 5 times stronger than traditional concrete structures. The core secret: modular factory building. The secret isn't magic, it's eliminating the construction site entirely. Broad Group builds 95% of the structure inside climate-controlled factories before anything arrives on site. Think of it like Lego blocks, but each block is a fully finished room, or flat-pack furniture scaled up to building size, or an automotive assembly line producing apartments instead of cars. Each module measures 12 meters long, 2.4 meters wide, and 3 meters high, the same dimensions as a standard shipping container. Inside each module, everything is already complete. Electrical wiring runs through the walls. Ventilation systems are installed. Windows are sealed by robots. Floors are finished with laminate or tile. Walls are painted. Even toilets, sinks, and kitchen countertops are bolted in place. When these modules arrive at the construction site, they're 95% finished. Workers only do 3 things: lift modules with cranes, bolt them together with giant fasteners, connect utility hookups, water, electricity, sewage, like plugging a USB cable into a port. This is Lego for giants. But the stakes are human lives, the material that makes it work. Traditional skyscrapers use concrete and steel rebar. Concrete is heavy, brittle under tension, slow to cure, and requires extensive formwork. Concrete is the enemy of speed. Broad Group's founder Zhang Yue made a radical decision after the 2008 Sichuan earthquake killed thousands in collapsed concrete buildings. He vowed to create structures that couldn't be destroyed. His engineers developed B-Core, stainless steel sandwich panels adapted from aerospace technology used in spacecraft hulls and jet engine nozzles. Imagine 2 thin sheets of stainless steel, top and bottom. Between them, thousands of tiny vertical tubes standing like columns. These tubes aren't welded or glued, they're brazed with copper. The manufacturing process looks like science fiction. The steel and tube sandwich, layered with copper foil, enters a massive vacuum furnace. Temperature climbs to 1100 C. Copper melts and bonds steel to tubes through capillary action. When cooled, the result is a monolithic panel. B-Core panels are 10 times lighter than concrete and 5 times stronger. This is the same physics used in airplane wing honeycomb structures. Maximum rigidity with minimum weight. This material allows cranes to lift entire rooms. It lets modules stack like shipping containers without requiring massive foundations that normally take 6 months to build. When Western experts first saw B-Core, they searched for flaws: corrosion, metal fatigue, vibration. but stainless steel grade 304 can theoretically last 1,000 years. Concrete starts crumbling after 60-70 years. This was an assault on the global cement industry. China proved you could build eternal homes that weigh a fraction of stone structures. Speed by the numbers. The Living Building, 28 hours, 45 minutes total assembly time. Approximately 2.8 hours per floor, roughly 40 modules lifted and connected, 3 cranes operating simultaneously, hundreds of workers rotating in shifts. While one crew bolted modules on the 5th floor, another team connected plumbing on the 3rd, and electricians tested circuits on the 1st. The choreography resembled a military operation. Precision logistics, zero wasted motion. Every delay costs money. Every error cascades through the system. But they didn't delay. They didn't err. And at the end of day 2, families could move furniture into finished apartments. Is it safe? The obvious question, will it collapse? Broad Group claims their structures resist earthquakes up to magnitude 9.0, the level that devastated Fukushima in Chile. They built a full-scale 30-story model on a giant shake table and simulated a magnitude 9 earthquake. The building twisted, metal screeched, roof oscillations reached meters in amplitude. But it didn't fall. No bolts failed. No panels detached. The secret: steel's plasticity. Concrete cracks and crumbles under impact. Steel deforms, flexes, but maintains load-bearing capacity. B-Core's honeycomb structure means even if sections compress, overall integrity remains. Fire resistance is more complex. At 600 C, steel loses strength and flows like soft metal. The World Trade Center towers collapsed because burning jet fuel weakened the steel frame. Broad Group claims their mineral wool insulation and special coatings withstand 1100 C for 4 hours, enough time for evacuation. But independent testing in real, uncontrolled high-rise fires hasn't been conducted. That's the black mark. The risk that prevents global adoption. Insurance companies fear steel. Foundation and elevator installation still take time. Those aren't included in the 28-hour figure. The structure assembles in a day, but site preparation happens beforehand. Transparency matters here. This isn't instant architecture. It's radically compressed construction. The implications. If China can print cities at this speed, what happens to global construction? Housing costs could drop 20-30%. Energy efficiency increases 5 to 10-fold. Labor displacement affects millions. Traditional construction companies are dinosaurs facing extinction. Why hire expensive crews, wait years, and pay bank interest when you can order a building on Alibaba, ship it in containers, and assemble it in a week? This is the IKEA effect for real estate. Globalization of concrete. During COVID-19, China built Shenzhen Hospital in Wuhan, 1,000 beds, full ICU, negative pressure ventilation, in 10 days. The world watched live streams in disbelief. Western tabloids predicted it would be just tents. Instead, it was a fully equipped infectious disease facility. That was both humanitarian response and military demonstration. Pentagon analysts watched closely. If China can build hospitals in 10 days, how fast can they build military bases, airfields, bunkers, missile silos? A 10-story building assembled in 28 hours and 45 minutes. This isn't incremental improvement. This is complete reimagination of how structures are made. The technology exists. It works. It's been tested by pandemic and earthquake simulation. Yet most of the world hasn't adopted it. Because speed this extreme terrifies industries built on slowness. Because finance systems depend on expensive, scarce real estate. Because regulatory frameworks haven't caught up. China made its move. The rest of the world watches with mixture of awe and dread. The question isn't whether this technology will spread. The question is whether the world is ready for cities that materialize overnight. And what happens to everything we've built when construction stops being measured in months and starts being measured in hours.